prepared for hacks, guys. What is going on? I promised you guys another Wi-Fi battle today, and here it is. Now, I know it's a little bit late. It's like 6:45 a.m. right now as I'm recording this. I've been super busy all night. Yes, I've been up all night. I'm on a horrendous sleep schedule right now, but that's okay. But today I have a battle against Chipman42. It's been a long time since I've had a battle with this man, but he came by the stream. He was like, yo, let me hop in line for that Wi-Fi battle. I said, all right, dude, I got you. So I have a battle against Chipman today. I'm using a glaze. I'm using the same team I was using yesterday, but that's for good reason because this was the same time I was using this team. So that's the reason why it is. But my man has Mega Diancie on his team. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this Wi-Fi battle started. So I did go ahead and speed this up a little bit if you haven't noticed because it is about 30 to 40 turns. But he's going to go ahead and lead off with his Ferrothorn. I'm indeed lead off with my Glaceon here. However, I am going to be switching out because if I take a Gyro Ball from that thing, I'm definitely dead because I am Choice Scarf. So I'm going to go out into my Zapdos here. He actually ended up going for Stealth Rocks, which is fine with me because I went straight out into Zapdos and I can defog right away if I need to, which is what I think I end up doing here. Because I can't really hit that Ferrothorn with anything. Well, I went for Heat Wave, I guess. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But he made a good switch out into Hippowdon. Hippowdon is a very bulky Pokemon. Not necessarily in the special defense department, but if you build it right, it can be in the special defense department. So we're both going to take turns taking leftovers here, eating our dinner from last night. He's going to get hit with the defog, so his evasiveness is going to drop, and I'm going to clear away the stones as well. He's going to hit with the Stone Edge, and it actually does quite a bit of damage. So I don't know what spread he's running on this thing, but he has a nice balance of special defense, defense, and attack. He has a really nice balance going on here, and that's I need that spread. I need it right now. But I'm going to go ahead and switch out on my Politoed. I don't want to be dealing with the sand. I don't want to take another Stone Edge on my Zapdos. And if I can get rid of the sand and, you know, do some other things, that'd be nice. But he ends up going out into the Diancie here. He is going to be Mega Evolving because that is a Mega Diancie, like I said. And he's going to go for Protect here, which is a very good play. He wants to get that speed up. I'm going for Hydro Pump because I want that thing dead. I do not want it alive, but he goes for Diamond Storm. Politoed is pretty fat, even without investment, so I'm going to be able to hit a Hydro Pump here. Stab in the rain, modest max special attack. The Diancie is not living that. So the Diancie's gone, which is really, really nice. He's going to go out back into the Ferrothorn, which is really frustrating because there isn't much Politoed can do, but I'm going to stay in, go for Scald, hope for that burn, and what do you know, I actually get the burn. So my hacks is finally starting to come back, which is a good thing because I need that stuff. It's like a drug. I'm going to go ahead and say it. When you get hacks, it's like a drug, but when you get hacked, it's the worst thing in the world. It's like going to jail. It's awful. But I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but he's going to go for Stealth Rocks here. Again, it doesn't really bother me because as long as I don't have to switch my Zapdos in after the rocks, I'm okay with it because if I have my Zapdos in, then I can just go for Defog and get rid of it. But he ends up going out into the Hippowdon here, which sucks for me because there isn't really anything I can do other than go for Heat Wave trying to kill the Ferrothorn and then go for Defog on the next turn trying to get rid of the rocks. So he's playing very smart here. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to evade the Heat Waves, which is good. And I'm going to go for Defog here because, again, I do not want these stones up. I have a Glaceon. I have a Zapdos. Those are things that I do not want to be taking 25% every single time. And he actually ends up getting a crit here, which is really, really unfortunate for me because I'm in a really tough situation right here. I can go for a Roost, but I outspeed that thing, so if he goes for Earthquake, I die. If I go for Roost and he goes for Stone Edge, then I'm definitely living because it's no longer super effective. Luckily for me, I don't know if he's just not running Earthquake or what, but he went for Stone Edge there, so really good for me because I'm not taking nearly as much damage there with Stone Edge. I'm actually going to end up switching out here because I do not want to go for another Roost and have him Earthquake and then me die. That would be really, really bad. Although I don't think I would have died there. But I'm going to go back out on my Politoed, get the rain back up. He's going to go out into Latinos, which is that Latios over there. He's going to go for Psyshock here. Going for Psyshock was probably the best play, but it's not really necessary. He could have gone for anything really there. But I probably would have gone for Draco Meteor there if I was in his situation, just in case. I don't have any Fairy types on my team. The only thing that I have to really resist pretty much anything that Latios can do is my Scizor. But I go out on my Glaceon here. He goes out into the Talonflame, and he makes some very strange decisions here. I'm going for Ice Beam. Obviously, that's all that I really have to hit this Talonflame with. Not really. I have Shadow Ball as well. But Ice Beam is going to be the best because not only is it stab, it's neutral on Talonflame because it's a flying type and a fire type, so it neutralizes out, and then thankfully is neutral damage there, and I ended up taking out the Talonflame pretty much for free, which is really, really good for me. Gonna go out into my Zapdos here. I didn't really want my Glaceon burned because it is a source of power, and if you have a source of power that's burned, you're eventually going to die or something's going to Mach Punch or whatever. But if I go into Zapdos and I get burned, it's not too big of an issue because I still do have leftovers on my Zapdos, and I have access to Roost, so burn damage, yeah, although it does suck, it's not the end of the world because I can just heal it away with the right opportunity. But he goes out with Hippowdon here. I do not have my Politoed anymore, so I cannot switch into that thing to take hits from this thing and get the rain up. So I'm actually going to go out on my Scizor here just to get the Stone Edge. I didn't really want to take it on my Zapdos anymore. Now this is a Choice Banded Scizor, so I don't actually have Roost on this one, which kind of sucks because I'm not going to be able to heal away that Stone Edge damage, but I'm going to be able to get a little bit of damage off with the U-turn there, and I'm going to go out on my Garchomp here, hoping that he'll go for Stone Edge, and he ends up going for Earthquake, which sucks because not only do I know that he has Earthquake now, so I have to be careful when I Roost. Earthquake did a decent amount of damage to my Garchomp, and he's going to go for Slack Off here, which is really, really annoying because Hippowdon is not a a check for him. It's not a win condition for him. It's not a checkmate for him if he has it alive. So it's kind of unfortunate that he, went for Slack Off when he didn't really need to. But, it's Pokemon. You're going to run into people like that. But it's a good play nonetheless. Keep things alive as long as you can, and that's Pokemon. I mean, he did the right thing. I just find it annoying, so I'm going to hate on it. That's how the internet works, right? But I'm going to go, he switched out to Ferrothorn. I'm stuck in Outrage. Unfortunately, I get the 3-turn Outrage, so that pretty much means I'm dead because not only does he have Iron Barbs, he's also wearing a Rocky Helmet. He's going to go for Leech Seed here just to get a little bit of HP back and kill me all at the same time. So really kind of lost my Garchomp for no reason there, although it did put this Ferrothorn in range, definitely in range for an Ice Beam. His Powdon didn't really take any damage from my Garchomp, which is really unfortunate because he went for Slack Off. He's going to go out into Kinmore here. I really did not want him to go out into this thing because then I can't Ice Beam it. So I'm going to go out to Zapdos here. If he goes for Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, whatever, it's not going to be that big of an issue, So I'm kind of stuck here. It really, really just sucks to all hell. I'm in a bad spot. He's out into the Latios now. I'm out into Zapdos. I don't want to switch out into anything if I don't have to. For some reason, he decides to go for Psyshock here. He did get a crit, which obviously sucks for me, but going for Draco Meteor would have been the best option there. I don't know how obvious it is or not, but I thought it was fairly obvious that this Zapdos was a physically defensive Zapdos. So going for Psyshock isn't really the best option because Psyshock attacks your defense stat. It does not attack your special defense stat. So not really sure what he was thinking there. It ended up working out nonetheless because he got a crit and then was able to kill me with the next one, but still not entirely sure as to why he did that. I'm going to go for Fake Out here, trying to hit this Latinos with some damage. Of course, after the Fake Out, I am going to be able to outspeed this thing because I am a Mega Lopunny, base 136, if I'm not mistaken, 135 or 136, something like that. I think it's 136. But that's definitely enough to outspeed a Life Orb Latios. Going to go for Return here. I'm just trying to get some damage off on this Hippowdon. As you can see, it's very, very fat. And on top of the Sandstorm damage with the Earthquake, his next Earthquake is actually going to kill me here. So I go for High Jump Kick, just almost am able to take out the Hippowdon. I think if I would have went for 2 High Jump Kicks there, I would have been able to kill the Hippowdon on the second one. But it's one of those things where it's a tough call because if I go for High Jump Kick, I lose half my health anyway. If he's for whatever reason running Protect, I lose half my health there. So it's a really tough situation to be in, but I think going for Return and then High Jump Kick was the safest option at that point, because if I miss the second High Jump Kick, then I lose my Lopunny anyway, and then I just go out and Glaceon and Ice Beam at that point, and then switch out and then take care of the Rotom with Shadow Balls. Unfortunately, I did not get a special defense drop on the first Shadow Ball, which definitely would have helped. I don't think it would have taken out the Rotom, especially since he has a Citrus Berry, but I think it would have done more damage and made it easier for me on my last Mon here. And I think this is my last Mon, which is Scizor here. So I'm going out to the Scizor. I'm in a tough spot again. I think this is 1-to-1 right here. His Rotom versus my Scizor. He goes for Pain Split. I don't know if he's not running Will-O-Wisp or if he just decided not to go for it, out of means respect. I don't know. But 2 U-turns is actually going to be enough to take out the Rotom. So good game, Chipman. Again, like I said, I don't know if you necessarily, you know, weren't running Hydro Pump, or Will-O-Wisp Bear, not. But it was a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Definitely make sure to leave a like on it. If you did enjoy it, definitely helps me out. If you're new and you enjoyed the Wi-Fi battle, make sure to subscribe. Remember, guys, big Wonder Trade stuff coming on Friday on the Twitch stream, starting at 7:30 p.m. EST. So make sure to be there if you don't want to be square. Anyways, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed. May the hacks be with you. Peace out.